Charlie was sitting there all sad. Her mother was gone. It was Mother's Day. She would love to get her a gift. She would love to get her something. But it seemed like she couldn't. She texted her Happy Mother's Day like she always did and asked to hang out with her, but she didn't answer. She didn't think much of it. But as the day went on, eventually she would get a knock at the door. She went there. It was Lilith. She was the queen of hell, or used to be. She left. No one knows what happened to her, or no one knows why she left. But Charlie would stand up and see her. It's been 7 whole years. She would begin to cry as Lilith would hug her and say, I'm here. Sorry I haven't gone so long. Charlie would say, where have you been? Lilith would sigh and say, well, I've been in a very special place, but that doesn't matter. Let's enjoy the day, just like you asked. As Charlie and Lilith would walk into the hotel, Vaggie would walk out and say, who's that? As then Charlie would say, this is my mother. Vaggie would say, Lilith, you've been gone for so long. Yes, I have, but now I'm here to enjoy our day. As then Charlie and Lilith would go out to enjoy Mother's Day. As they were having fun, we cut to the people who weren't really having fun. Octavia was in her room as suddenly the door burst open. As Stella would walk in and say, do you know what day it bloody is? As then Octavia would say, Mother's Day? Correct, and what am I? My mom. So why aren't you giving me nice things? Octavia would say, because we're rich, you can have anything. And besides, all you do is yell at me, so why would I? As then suddenly, Stella would grab her arm and say, hey, you're hurting. No, we are going to do nice things together, because I am your mother, and you're going to tell me how great I am, better than your dad. As then Stella would start to drag away Octavia, Octavia would sigh. This was her life now. Charlie and Lilith were having fun. Well, Octavia and Stella weren't. Well, Stella was. Octavia was in misery. As when we cut back to Charlie and Lilith. As Charlie and Lilith were at the park sitting down, as Lilith was with Charlie, Charlie would give her flowers and say, here, they're your favorite. As Lilith would say thank you, as she sniffed them and smiled. As they both looked up out of the sky, and Charlie would say, it's a nice sky. Lilith would say, yeah, it's beautiful. Never realized how beautiful hell can be. Lilith would say, until you were born. Charlie would say, thank you, but why did you leave? Was it because of me? Was it because I wasn't? As Lilith would hug her and say, it has nothing to do with that. Charlie would say, why? As then she would sigh and look down and say, because I want to do something better. I wanted to make the world better for both of us. I'm proud of you, Charlie. I got those texts about the hotel. I'm very proud. Charlie would then smile as she would go back and start to show Lilith the hotel. As Lilith started to enjoy the hotel, we cut to someone who couldn't enjoy Mother's Day. Someone who didn't have a mother anymore. As we cut to Moxxie was, well, sitting next to a grave. It was the grave of his mother. Well, his mother's body wasn't there because it was buried in a lake, but he liked to pretend she was there as he touched the grave. I know you're not here, Mom, but I miss you. I know you probably can't hear me. Some people say there's a way to continue on after an imp passes, but I know that's probably just a fairy tale. Mother, if you were here right now, I would tell you how much I love you. I became an assassin, Mom. I know you didn't want that life for me, but I have a wife and I'm happy. And, well, I have found people like family, and I got away from Dad, just like you wanted. I love you a lot. Thank you, Mom. I wish you could see the man I grew up to be. As Moxxie would then walk off, as this would be the last Mother's Day he visited his mom. Even though she couldn't talk back, it felt good. Even if she wasn't there, it felt good to tell her everything. As then we cut back to Octavia and Stella. Doing what Stella wanted, as Stella was on the phone most of the time, talking crap about Stolas. As she kept saying, yes, he's excommunicated, it's great. As she kept on laughing and laughing. As then Octavia would simply roll her eyes and say, yeah, it's great. As then she took a deep sigh, she looked around. Not really too happy with what's going on right now, but it's whatever, she guessed. Besides, not like she can change much about it. As then Stella would say, now tell me how great of a mom I am. Octavia would say, Mom, tell me right now. As then Octavia would say, you're a cool mom. As Stella would say, see, now she's even more well-behaved. When Stolas was around, she would just put in her headphones all day. As Octavia would say, I tried, but you took them. Stella would say, what? Nothing. As then she would continue out through the day. Octavia wasn't too fond of her mother. As then we cut back to Lilith and Charlie. As Charlie was happily showing her around the hotel, Lilith would say, that's great, dear, that's great, as she would spend time with her daughter until she got tired and went to bed. After that, Lilith would go and talk with Alastor late at night. As then she would say, Charlie's such a thoughtful daughter, isn't she? Alastor would say, yeah, she is. So why do you try to take her from me? What? I know about the world's greatest dad song. You really think you could be a father to her? You're here to look after her, but not be her dad. Don't get it twisted, Lilith would say, or I'll twist you. Alastor would say, whatever. As then Lilith would walk off and laugh. As she was about to leave the hotel, Vaggie would walk up to Lilith. As Lilith was about to walk off, Vaggie would say, please, please stay. Charlie would like it if you spent the night. As Lilith would say, I don't know, please? As then Lilith would say, fine, I guess I'll stay. As she smiled and walked up. As she slept in a room. The Hazbin Hotel had many rooms. Only one of them was taken by Angel, so it was easy enough. As Lilith enjoyed her day, Octavia pretended to enjoy hers, and Moxxie had one final message from his mom. It's time for someone to have the worst day of their life. A complete nightmare. This person hated Mother's Day. Not because they hated their mom, quite the opposite. It's because of guilt. As Blitz was, he was depressed. Because it's his fault his mother perished. Every Mother's Day, he would think about the stuff he did with her. As he had a dream, he was a kid going out with his mom, like they normally did. As they got some nice, food. His dad was stingy and a jerk, but his mom cared about him. His mom was there for him. He repay her by destroying her in a fire. Even if it was an accident, it's still his fault it happened. He started that fire, and she's gone because of it, and he would never see her again. As Blitz would toss and turn all night. As suddenly he would wake up sweating, breathing heavily, as Stolas would look at him and say, you had that dream again? Blitz would say, yeah, Stolas, but as then suddenly Stolas would hug Blitz and say, it's okay, I'm here. Blitz would say, it's not okay, it's my fault. She's gone because of me. Every Mother's Day I'm reminded of those beautiful memories we had together, all the fun times we spent together. Just for me to ruin it all, just for me to destroy it. As he began to cry, Stolas would hold him and say, I'm here for you. As then he would smile and say, I don't deserve you. Yes, you do. Don't say that. I love you. As then they would both smile at each other. As Stolas would say, now that we're both up, do you wanna? Luna would say, I'm trying to sleep here. Can you guys shut the F up? As then Stolas would say, oh, I forget she's here sometimes. Blitz would say, yeah, I do. As then Luna would say, you're still talking. As then we would cut. As then we cut to Alastor of all people. Alastor had a mom that loved him, that took care of him. And she was disappointed to find out what he became. She was disappointed when she found out who he was. But he never forgot her, even in hell. As he would look with a picture of her in it. As he would simply sit there on his bed, staring at the picture of her. As then, Alastor would say, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know you're up there. Doing way better things than down here. As Alastor would laugh, he would simply walk off. And that was Mother's Day. For some, it was a great experience. For others, it was traumatic. But for most, it's a beautiful holiday to celebrate your mom. We're going to leave things off. We're going to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and most importantly, happy Mother's Day. Moms are awesome. Well, most moms. We all have some parents that we don't like, and we all have different situations, and some people don't like their parents, and that's understandable. But, yeah, if you have a mom that's there for you, who cares about you, wish her a happy Mother's Day. Go out, give her flowers, or do whatever she wants. Maybe make her dinner, or just do something nice, you know what I mean? Even the little things matter. Every little bit matters. Sometimes, maybe it's best to do it a day before Mother's Day so she doesn't expect it. Give her a little surprise gift, you know what I mean? Do it a little bit early. Whatever you feel like. I I never thought I would share this story, but I'm pretty much a mama's boy. My dad kind of left when I was young, so my mom married my stepdad not too long after though, but so it wasn't like she was an only mother or anything like that. But still, the fact that she stayed there and the fact that she's been through so much with me, she worked very hard, and whenever she, managed to make it so she didn't have to work anymore, she stopped, and she took good care of me. Even as an adult, I still really love my mother. Well, obviously, everyone loves their mother. I don't know why I said that. That's obvious. When you grow up, you don't stop loving her. At least, I hope you don't. But yeah, but even as an adult, she will still do these nice things for me. And, it's really sweet. And I love my mom. I love her a lot. I think I was very blessed with the mom I have, because I hear stories about crazy parents, about all that stuff, and I feel bad for you because, yes, I didn't get to see my dad that often. He's still in my life somewhat, but, it's not really, I didn't really get to see him as much as my mom or anything like that, which sucks. But some people, they don't see their dad at all, and other people, they have messed up moms. You know what I mean? I'm very lucky for the mom I have. I'm very lucky for the life that I have. And a lot of times, I don't really feel lucky during the situation or something like that. But I met people that make me feel way well off. And as a kid, you really don't know how good or how bad you have it. You just think everything's normal. That's kind of the thing with kids. Everyone says they're innocent. I don't think they're innocent. I think they're just ignorant. They don't know anything. That's why kids can be so cruel and they can be so sweet at the same time. Everything is new to them. They don't understand anything yet. And just really, brings them up. And as a kid, with all this stuff going on, I told myself my dad was just on vacation. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Okay, I can't believe I'm telling this story. I told my teacher that my dad was on vacation, because I knew that he left, but I didn't want to have to tell her that. And she was like, that's a long vacation. And she thought that I thought that, and she felt bad for me, and I didn't have the courage to be like, hey, I know he's not on vacation. I just said that so I didn't have to explain much to you. But yeah, that yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, can't believe I did that. Anyway, I guess this has gone on for long enough. Love you all. Have a happy Mother's Day. Peace out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. I'll catch you all on the flip side. And like I said before, have a great Mother's Day. And let your mother know that you love them. Peace out.